Hello makers and planner friends. It is a new week in a new planner. Today is actually Wednesday, so we have a little bit of catch up to do, but let's, as usual, talk about what I have pre-planned. Up here I have my days off, the holidays, two words that are way too close together for a low-key work week, because most of my coworkers are gone, and while yes, I work at home most of the time, there's nobody asking questions. I've got cool stuff to work on, so it is an enjoyable, low-key, quiet work week. No meetings, as you can see, just chill. I did have therapy this morning. I did have my phone call with Robert last night. Have my little trackers for different things happening. Over here, I casually try to follow some of the Fly Lady cleaning routine stuff. And this week is zone 5, which is my living room. So aside from basic other daily things, I try to tackle tasks each week that are in the room I'm supposed to be focused on. So I have a few things listed when I find the time to focus on those things. Again, it's just all fresh and new, brand new, no chunky to worry about. Let's go back and put in what I did, shall we? So I know that I took a little bit of a lunch yesterday to edit videos. Read and filmed here, so here is a new Joy of Planning sticker. Put her here. And then I actually have another new Joy of Planning sticker where she's filming, so let's try that one. So she's got her little camera setup happening there. It's filming her, but that's all right. So then I did the last big chunk of filming week 51. All right, I finished reading The Girl in the Well and filmed the whole big end chunk of week 51 video. It was daggone monsooning yesterday, so I'm gonna do. It was very windy, pouring down rain. I did a Safeway grocery pickup and I went to Dutch Brothers for me and Mama. Today seems to be a Joy of Planning kind of day. So I'm trying to use my Pigma Micron in here because if you've seen any of the last videos, I am just perpetually smearing things with that gel pen. So I grabbed some Pigma Microns and I have very clearly chosen one that is too thick. So future me, when you look back on this video, please use 005. All right, I did some editing and other stuff. I started editing the video and made the thumbnail. And then I did a big, giant chunk of ketchup in my Hobonichi 5-year. I don't remember what I watched, but this is Square Lime Designs, her little potato character. I just watched some TV and snuggled my pup. I know that yesterday, a giant chunk of the evening was, well, basically my entire evening was Hobonichi Weeks. This pen is not working. That other 005, it was brand new, and I wrote over top of some watercolor, and now it just doesn't want to work right. So I spent most of the evening working in my Hobonichi Weeks. I did the weekly setup, did the January monthly setup, put in stuff that I knew was happening or repeating or whatever, wrote it into the month. Did some of the meal planning for the week, and then in the back of my Hobonichi, I have a bunch of charts and graphs, and I set up January's. If you want to see more about that, there is a video. I will try to link it up top. I spent my lunch, during my lunch and a little bit after work, I did more YouTube stuff, so I'm just going to do a general chunk of time without being too specific about what happened when. So I finished editing week 51 and uploaded. So the Dutch saga continues. The paw he was constantly licking at Thanksgiving, that's causing him problems, that we've been to the vet about, that I've had 2 vets take a look at. It was really bugging him over the weekend. It got stepped on in the chaos. And if you've been watching, he's also broken off two of his toenails, being silly outside. And he just like shed one of the nails on the paw he's been licking at so much, and another one looks like it's gonna do the same thing. It is weird. I don't know what is happening, but my dog is putting me through it lately. Like just every single week, there's something with him. But I love him to bits. So we'll just highlight the important bits. Dutch, nails, and of course, F-bombs. Because when I look back at this page in the future, those are the words that'll stand out to me, and I will be very clear on what was going on in my world at that time. For this one, Dutch usually will start out in the bed with me. Not always, but usually. And sometime before midnight, he goes out to the couch and he sleeps by himself. Christmas night, he must have been so tired from all the activity that he slept with me all night. Another Dutch fact. He usually gets up when I get up, like when he knows I'm up. And he did not. After quite a while, I tried to urge him to get up. Let's go outside. No, I think I'll just stay here, Mom. Probably because he could hear it was monsooning. And then finally at 9 o'clock, I was like, all right, are you even okay? Because he had eaten things over the holidays he shouldn't have. Tamale husks and pieces of a toy, and his ongoing problems with his feet. I was like, nope, it's all right, pal. You're getting up, and I'm gonna see if you're all right. And he's okay, but not 100%. Dutch. Do I love my dog? Hard to tell. All right, I think we have shared the real estate evenly between the Joy of Planning and the Coffee Monsters Co. We even got a little nod to Square Lime Designs there. I think that's about it. I will check back in and finish up. Not a lot has happened so far today, so I'm not going to bother with it. I've just been working and stuff. So I will be back. Happy New Year. It is Monday the 2nd, and I am just now getting a chance to go back and deal with the end of the 52nd week of 2022. I've written things in with pencil, the best that I could remember. It was a busy week of, you know, end of year, beginning of year things. I am just going to this week I think is going to be less about exactly when I did things that I normally try to do, and much more just like this. Whatever time I did YouTube stuff, this is what I did. So I listed out the things that I ordered these days, just so that I have it noted that that's when I ordered those things. I definitely like that pen better. Anyway, I worked on YouTube Wednesday, filming the first part of this, filming my 2023 bullet journal setup, worked on thumbnails. Then I had a goal this week of finishing three books. One of them I finished last week, I think. Anyway, whenever I finished it Monday. So Wednesday I finished another book. There were 3 books I wanted to finish before the end of the year, and I did it. So let's do and then most of the evening I worked on setting up January in my new bullet journal. So and then a little time giving Dutchie some snuggles while watching TV. So I have also been having a lot of headaches and feeling yuck. On Thursday, I was trying to finish up this week before I took Friday off, and I was feeling so nasty. I had a headache. I'm not using this pen anymore. It's too thick. And then at like 5 o'clock or something, I just like rushed to my bed and laid down. I had checked my blood sugar. It was like 80 something. So I was like, oh, it's not because my blood sugar's crashing. But in this time that I was in bed, it was in the danger zone. Which means under 70. And so I was feeling all of the fun things that go with blood sugar crashes. Well, for a diabetic at least. I was feeling fuzzy. Crashes. See, I said crashes, so I wrote crashes. My vision was wonky. My head hurt. I was just, in general, it was a struggle fest. Anyway, after I ate dinner, I started feeling a lot better. That's what made me, I checked my blood sugar again, and that's when I saw, oh, all right. So after I checked it and it said 80, it just kept going down and landed me feeling crappy. Then I made my ramen shopping list. So I went through all of my recipes for the different components of making homemade ramen and looked through what I had, what I needed, made a list, chucked old stuff, all that goodness. So ramen shopping list here, despite feeling like absolute crap. And actually, I think these are reversed, but whatever. Again, we are not so worried today about when exactly the thing happened. So we'll do another little Thursday morning. I took care of any Etsy orders. I very rarely do voiceovers on my YouTube videos anymore, so I'm just gonna use this one anyway. And then Dutch and I sat in the living room with the Christmas tree lights on and watched a little TV. I love it when that's the only light in the room. So cozy. All right, we're getting there. I had headaches other days. I think this day too, but I actually got to sleep in Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, which is not normal for me. I'd like to thank Mr. Dutch for letting that happen. I slept in this morning too. On Friday morning, Mama and I invited Mama to run some errands with me, and she obliged. That was our day of errands. More reading. This time I finished, no, I didn't finish it yet, but I worked on it. I was halfway through the book, A Field Guide to Now. And that was one of the ones I wanted to finish before Sunday. And then I got the crazy urge to clean some stuff that I haven't cleaned in ages. Like moving a table and cleaning, vacuuming under it and stuff. So I'll know what that means. And then there was just more relaxing TV with Dutch Boy. Enough with the headaches. And then despite said headache, I did some cleaning. Vacuuming. Similarly to here, I moved all this stuff out from under this console table and vacuumed and cleaned under there. Then for the end of year, beginning of year goodness, well, first of all, again, the timing doesn't matter. So I did a bunch of tarot stuff for the new year. Pull 12 cards, one for each month. Then I did, well, just a minute. I worked on my word of the year spread, which I do in here, on the pages that are for turning a page to the new year stuff. And that looks like this. So I did this stuff, and then Sunday I did this stuff. And then to sort of reset for the year, recharge, clear energy, I did just a quick smoke cleanse. So I burnt Palo Santo and white sage just before the new year. And then New Year's Day, and a surprise to no one, I started the day with another headache. I'm just gonna carry that one over. Robert came over about 10 with coffee, and I had just made myself a piece of toast and had a busy morning, so we just sat and chatted, drank coffee, and I ate my toast. For those that don't know, I decided last year that on New Year's Day I would make homemade ramen, hence the ramen shopping list, going to Uwajimaya, and it is basically an all-day thing for me because there are lots of components to making proper ramen, and I make them all from scratch. So the first thing that I did was make dashi, which is a soup broth out of kelp and bonito flakes, which is fish skin, dried fish stuff, and water. Make dashi. And then most of the day we binged this newest released season of Criminal Minds. They've brought it back after breaking my heart and ending the show. It's been a few years now, a couple years now, I don't know, but they brought it back. There were 5 episodes so far, and we binged it throughout the day as I made ramen and I worked on all of my planners, and he did some writing stuff, and so we binged The Criminal Minds Evolution. Let's just do this one. I should have done that in the other type font, whatever, but that's okay. So then the next phase of ramen was to make chashu, which is like marinated pork belly. And then I helped Robert set up his 2023 bullet journal. Much easier, I must say. And I didn't help him too much since I helped him last year, but he used mine and I was available. And I worked in some of my planners while he did that. All right, and then back to ramen. Now I had to make the actual ramen broth, which involves the dashi and some additional ingredients. And then we got to eat the ramen. My mom questions whether or not this ramen is worth the effort, but the end result was amazing. Like the care of plating and making it look beautiful, each step of making the ramen just feels like self-care and love for myself and for those that I invite to eat it. So it is more about the ritual of it, the care, than the actual eating of ramen. Because yes, I could go get good ramen in many places. So I have a new sticker from Some Little Things called Itadakimasu, which is what you say before a meal in Japanese. It's sort of like, thank you for this food. Thank you for the effort put behind or into this food. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I'm going to use this sweet little bunny, Lil, and its bowl of ramen. And put it here. And then there was more tea, more Criminal Minds and snuggling, and he went home and blah, blah, blah. I think I will put, even though I have it up here, yeah, no, it's midnight. Let's just do... And I think I'll also just put a little sparkle. I'm gonna color them in though. And that is basically the week sorted. I'm sure I forgot lots of things, but I think that's plenty. I captured the most important bits. Thank you again for joining me, for spending your time with me. I know that your time is valuable, and I really appreciate you sharing it with me. I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful 2023. Can you even believe it? And that it is full of memories worth keeping.